Hey, great Thursday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville. It has been a very, very interesting day for many a reason.
It froze.
But before we even start off today, um, uh, our prayers, my prayers and condolences to our BISD family. Our BISD family. We know we learned today that we lost someone out there. And a lot of individuals have asked for the name. I did give some information in regards to what happened, so people could try and pinpoint. Out of respect for the family, we're not going to share the name uh, of the staff, the personnel. But again, guys, like I said, my prayers, for the whole family. We love you all. We're here for you all, and we mourn with you today. And unfortunately, I want to say that I hope that that's the last time that we have to say that. But the reality of the matter is, it is not. It is not, because we as a community are in grave danger, in grave danger. And I'm very proud that a lot of our local leadership, has taken upon themselves to address these matters. And I'm very concerned that others in our leadership have not. But we'll talk about that a little bit more as we go on throughout the night. We I do have with us Micaela Escobar from AOBE, Vice President of AOBE, if I'm not mistaken. Micaela, buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
And aparte tenemos a Aida Abeldano, also from AOBE, TSTANEA. And I forgot what Ida's title was at AOBE.
I'm a field organizer.
Field organizer. She organizes the football field out there.
That's right. Right across our office there.
We're glad and very happy to have you with us. We also have with us BISD already announced candidate Marisa Leal with us tonight. Marisa, how are you doing?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm doing very well. Thank you. I'm so excited. I can actually scratch off my bucket list that I made Brownsville talk. So I'm ready. Let's go.
There's a lot of people out there like, they wish they were in your shoes or your.
Let me tell you, I started getting calls today. I want to be on his show. I want to be on your show. And I was like, well, you have to wait in line. And then my daughter's she's all excited. She's like, oh my God, you're going to be on Erasmo's show. I go, yes. So I've made it big now. So.
Frankie, good evening, Frankie.
Good evening, ladies. How's it going? Hello, Erasmo. Good evening, world. It's been an eventful Thursday for myself. Lots of things to talk about. We got Atkinson in the news. We got the COVID numbers. We got 4th of July just around the corner. A lot to talk about. We're in great company with an amazing group of women, Erasmo. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me, and let's get it started.
Guys, let's get it started. Is there going to be curfew on the 4th? Yes, Rogelio, there is going to be curfew on the 4th. It's going to be on for a while. And also, no county beach access, at least till the 13th of July. So, yes, Rogelio, it is going to be out there. Guys, we did mention in regards to, we did have a loss in our BISD family. Well, and I'm going to say this, we had a loss in our community on it today. And I know I was going through social media because, believe it or not, I do spend a little bit of time on social media. And I did see that, AOBE made mention, alluded to some situation that's going on. Either one of y'all, Ida or Micaela, want to share in regards to what AOBE's position is in regards to the happenings of today?
Yeah, I can speak on that. On today's happenings, it was a sad day for us. Unfortunately, the loss was one of our members, and also, yes, we don't want to, in respect for the family, we don't want to share the name, but it did hit home because it makes it a little bit more real. So we have been advocating for safety, as we have made it clear to our members. We have always strongly advocated for that, but now in honor of this member, we are going to step it up even more and advocate even harder for that. So we took some action. We posted it on our page and we sent it out to our members on an email we sent to the superintendent and to all of the board members. And, they cannot say that we don't reach out to all of them because we email all of them equally. Then some of them do reach out on one-by-one basis, and that's how we have those conversations with them. But we're asking them to step up on the safety plan for the district, and we need to be informed as to what decisions are being made on that, because our teachers, our employees, our staff, our students, our parents cannot wait any longer. We need to know what the plans are for the district.
I agree. And you see, no, it's not a good idea to go to SPI from Corpus tomorrow. I mean, it's your choice. The South Padre Island as a city has opened up their beaches. I don't think it's convenient. That's my opinion. If you're asking for my opinion, it isn't. Micaela, any other thoughts in regards to the happenings of today?
We're deeply saddened by the loss. It's very hard as a mother, as a daughter, as a friend, to know that we lost someone that we know. And we grieve with the family because we are a community. And even though Brownsville is a large city, somehow we all know each other. So our condolences to the family.
Yeah, condolences to the family. And again, one of the things that we did mention some time back is, this was going to be a lot like what cancer is. With cancer, one of the things that we were, very much aware with is that everyone knows someone. Cancer touches everyone, in the world in some way, shape, or other. And we spoke about a couple of months ago that, we said that, coronavirus, COVID-19, not COVID-16 and not COVID-10, COVID-19 was at one point or other going to affect everyone in the world. And I think, a lot of my friends that said, it's not affected me, are now singing a different tune. Marisa, what's your take in regards to, to the coronavirus and how it's affected our community and the loss of one of our own here in the city of Brownsville?
It's very sad. I work, as you all know, I work for the UPS store, and we have policy here regarding how to come in, the distancing that they have to take, amongst each customer. And I went to myself, I got real sick and I took the test, and the process of taking the test and, the line, and it was right before it really got out of hand, but I went, got in line, took the test, had to wait. A lot of people is like, well, I haven't gotten my results. And I was in that same boat that my husband goes, Marisa, you're not the only one taking the test. There's hundreds of people taking the test, hundreds. So, but it's out there, you need to take care. You need to stay home as much as possible. You need to wear your mask. You need to sanitize. We sanitize the store every time we've got, customers coming in and out. And, I have to go back home with my family. So, I'm an essential worker, so I have to take care of myself when I leave. As soon as I get home, I have to go take a shower, undress, and not get close to my daughter. I have a 10-year-old. So, but it's bad. A lot of people take it as a joke, and it's not a joke. It's not. It's real.
Well, one of the things that we've been very successful in is in regards to following the trends, and the trends have showed us a couple of things. Once you start seeing what's happening around the world, and we've had individuals here, that directly from Spain, and then you learn of what's been happening in New York City. Then you start to follow the trends, and a lot of the individuals that we've had on the show, we've had nurses from Brownsville here, and we've had that were in New York, directly streamed from New York. And a lot of these individuals, they basically said the same things, that Erasmo, the trends are coming. You're going to start to experience it. And one of the most horrible trends out there that is plaguing the Northeast is the nursing homes. And, we learned today that Fox Hollow Nursing Home, has a total of 58 residents, 58 residents infected, 35 staff member. There have been from Fox Hollow 8 deaths, 8 deaths, and it's a total residency at the home are 84%, and I'm not very good at math, so I'm going to say that's probably like 75% of the staff there. Fall and pray. One of the other things that we learned today, and it has not been reported by the county, is Valley Grande Manor. Valley Grande Manor actually, is one of those that has, some 40 some residents that have tested positive, and 40 some residents and some 30 other staff members. Goodness gracious, that's just way too many. And the way that it works, guys, I had been receiving information in regards to what was going on out there, but I hadn't gotten confirmed. I didn't get it confirmed till this morning. Anybody want to take a shot at what's happening in our nursing homes?
Well, my aunt, she wasn't in a nursing home. She was at home, but I'm from California. She's from California, and she just passed away Saturday with COVID. So she was 77 and she didn't survive it. Now my cousin, which is her only son, he has it and his wife has it also. So it hit it close to home. So it's out there.
It is out there.
It's very scary, Erasmo. And ladies, we got word earlier that Hidalgo County had 7 casualties. Just today, they're reporting 243 positive cases for their county. It boggles my mind. We recently had the passing of an employee of BISD. We have the start of the new year right around the corner, and as of right now, leadership is still adamant on going back into the brick and mortars. One thing that does surprise me, we spoke about this yesterday very quickly, is that people at the main office, at the Glass Palace, individuals at Manzano, Lopez have tested positive. Ladies, and this is a time where hardly anybody is at the facility. It's a very a small group of people, of individuals who are in these areas. Can y'all imagine what could happen if we have a reduced number of students and staff go back into those classrooms? We are going to quadruple our numbers if that's the case. So I am a little hesitant. I'm a little worried because I do not see caution from our superintendent nor leadership at the Glass Palace. So what does that lead us to believe? That they're making it seem, according to the board president, that this is going to go away in a couple weeks. As we know, we're in it for the long haul with this virus. So come August, come September, come October, we are still going to be dealing with these things. So again, we just had the tragic loss of a family member of BISD, and for the district to not take a stronger approach to this, it really bothers me.
Well, it's very, very concerning. And again, something that Frankie mentioned, we have to take into consideration. One of the things that we've been advocating for, and one of the things that we've been advocating for is, not to have our personnel, our staff, come onto the campuses. And the reason that we did this, Ida, was one of the reasons why it's been a constant here on the show is because, again, we follow the trends, and the trends told us do not send individuals into a confined area when they were going to come into close contact with other individuals. And sure enough, as soon as we did that, this superintendent and this board, they opted to go boom and to send individuals in there. And it might be a death sentence for a lot of these individuals on campus. We were out here making mention in regards to how dangerous, as soon as we learned in regards to the students and going back on campus, how dangerous that would be in regards to our athletes and our band members. And it seemed that they didn't care. What is AOBE's position in regards to our teachers and our students coming back onto campus this soon?
We're very concerned about that, and which is why we're just going to have to advocate a whole lot more louder and harder than what we have been doing. We've been doing as much as we can, but now we've seen the response that we've gotten, and it's not enough. And the response is no response, actually. And what Frankie mentioned, those are the things that scare me and keep me up at night, because this is with just minimal staff at the district, and these are the numbers we're seeing. And they're still moving forward with, you know, that you saw just last week, they approved the calendar. So they're still moving forward with the hybrid schedule. And even at that, there's not even a full disclosure of how that plan is supposed to be carried out. So we have a lot of concerns, and that was expressed in the memo that was sent to the superintendent and board members, that we need some real transparency on this. What is the plan? What is the district leaning towards? You know, besides that the teachers need to plan for the school year, putting that aside, that now we're in July and they still don't know for sure what's going to be on the first day of school. Besides that, I mean, now we're talking about, you know, and we've been saying it from the beginning, people's lives are you know, at stake here. And it's just very disappointing to see this. We've dealt with several administrators, and AOBE is in Brownsville, but TSTA is across the state. And we've dealt with many superintendents and administration, and to not be getting response or to have communication with the members or the employees, that's not good for anybody, especially at a time like this. It creates chaos and panic, and that's what it's creating for our employees, and that's not right. They deserve better than that.
One of the things that we did mention, Michaela, was, you know, how, you know, sooner or later it's going to affect everyone out there. And one of the things that someone shared up there, I can't remember his name, but says, you know, he lost his sister-in-law this morning. And, you know, Lucy makes an amazing point to all that have lost a family member to this virus. Condolences first. And, you know, it seems to, I seem to sense that maybe a lot of these people haven't had someone close to them that has tested positive or that had been going and suffering through this. Michaela, I mean, what is the stress, the anxiety level of our teachers out there in regards to not only contracting this horrible disease, but also bringing it back to their homes, to their loved ones?
I do want to mention that not only am I the vice president of AOB, I'm also a BISD employee. I also work at the main building, and I do have anxiety when I go to work, knowing that the virus is there. It's everywhere. I can't say that BISD doesn't have it, because we all know that in every surface that people touch, you'll have it there. Eventually, someone with the virus, not knowingly, and I want to say not knowingly, place the virus there. So it is very contagious, and it is fearful, and it's very hard. And I'm going to say for the first time, I won't mention who, but someone that I love very much does have the virus. And for someone to know that you love someone that can lead to death, it's very, very difficult to see the person from behind a glass door, not being able to touch them or hold them or kiss them or anything, and just requesting for prayers. It's very difficult. And this is something that I think everyone will eventually face, because the virus is everywhere. And that's why I have become more adamant in speaking out and being more visible, because I am a member of BISD. I am AOBE. And if I don't stand up and say something, who will say it for me?
Well, one of the things that is very, and what Michaela mentions is very true, and I'm starting to see it a lot, you know, throughout. A lot of individuals at the district are becoming very, very vocal, because, you know, they're starting to see their family members, they're starting to see their friends, they're starting to see the decay and the non-caring of this board in regards to what our teachers, what our students are not only going through, but what they possibly could go through. Marisa, why are you running for BISD board, Marisa?
Why am I running? I want to improve the image of BISD. from the top. Many people in our community only hear all the negative stuff going on, and it's coming out from the top. We need to showcase our city. We need to showcase our district. And we have awesome employees. We have awesome students that work and attend BISD. And it's time for a change, you know? And at the meeting that they had, the last meeting, I've always wanted to run. 8 years ago, I wanted to run. 4 years ago, I wanted to run. After that meeting, that night, I told my husband, I'm running. And he's like, what? I'm running. It's time for a change, and we need everybody to go out and vote. We need to change things up there.
Yeah, I would say that I was very disgusted with the attitude. I was very disgusted with the promptness, you know, like the irreverence that these individuals had in regards to the safety, the concern, and, you know, the well-being of our staff and our community as a whole. Because, you know, it's like they are so out of tune in regards to what's going on. It's just completely unimaginable. Like, they don't care. They do not care that our teachers are suffering from great anxiety. And, you know, they had this little window of opportunity, this little chance, you know, to try to bring an ounce of relief by saying, you know what, let's give them a raise. You know, let's give them let's start going towards the right direction. And
right.
they even screwed that up. You know, they completely screwed that up. But what was very telling to me was the attitude of Drew Brown, the gravitas of this woman, Willy Wonka Brown, Willy Wonka Drew Brown. I mean, literally said in the meeting. She literally said in the meeting, oh, doesn't matter. Prissy and me have 2 more years anyway. That was what she was concerned about that night? Her next 2 years on the board?
No.
Next 2 years of fomenting a culture that permitted Sylvia Atkinson to steal from our children? I mean, the disregard for the safety. And look, what's even worse was that there were some of us out there in front of the building holding up signs concerned about what, Ida? About the safety of our teachers and our students. And they were more concerned about $320, whether they should minimize it from $2,000 to $1,680, which didn't even turn out to be $1,680 because of the step.
Erasmo, what really bothers me, and ladies, what really irks me is we are in a time of crisis. This is the opportunity when our elected officials are supposed to shine the most. They're supposed to get this by the horns and say, look what I'm doing, BISD. I'm doing this for you. But what are they doing? They're sticking it right where it hurts. They're saying, you know what? We have 2 years and you have to put up with us. And if we want, we could give you a raise. If not, we'll think about it next year. They do not. They are out of tune with reality. You know, I'm very thankful that we have a union such as AOBE. You know, again, our heart goes out to the individual and his family who lost his life due to this virus. So the ball is in the court of the BISD school board. They know what's going on. I like my elected officials to be ballsy, to take a stand, to say, hey, you know what? My community needs me. Not to bend down to Sylvia, not to look the other way and say, what do I do? What do I say? This is a moment of uncertainty. We need people in office that are going to make critical and decisive decisions. None of these members on this board have done that for our community, and it really pisses me off. This is the moment where we should look to them and say, hey, they have our back, but unfortunately, they don't. It really bothers me, and thank you to AOBE by sending that letter, sending that message saying, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's at stake. Now, what are you going to do? This is elections. We're under the election cycle, ladies. This is a time where they should be saying, look what I'm doing for you guys. Look what I'm doing for you guys. So I am confident that the public will remember the decision made by the board members by not taking it upon themselves to give a soppet to the superintendent and being, hey, realize what you're doing, but they're not. So I hope the community is listening. and our members because they do not care about us or the students and the teachers.
Well, the only stopping.
And if I may,
Yes.
if I may on that, and I hope that they are listening, because we tell our members time after time about that. So because they're going to have that opportunity to make that change if the right decisions are not going to be made, because we're still giving them the opportunity. We're still giving the board the opportunity to make some decisions now. We need some decisions now. And I'm not saying that they're going to make the decisions or they're not. I'm not here to say that I like this one or I don't like that one. I'm here to look at the decisions that they're making and how they're voting, and if it's going to benefit our members. That's what we're here to do, is to represent our members and what is best for the majority of them. I know we can't satisfy and please everybody to keep them happy, but we got to do what's best for the majority of them. And right now, it is putting their safety first. So, I'm hoping that they step up at this time. Unfortunately, they have not. And like how Erasmo mentioned about at the demonstration last week, that was because we sent out notices that it was canceled due to the weather, because we didn't want to put anybody at risk. And
Right.
People still showed up. And I was like, wow, that was amazing. That, there were still people, and we practiced complete social distancing with the mask, and people trying to stay in their vehicles and 6 feet apart, everything. But for people to still show up with the weather being how it was and everything that's going on, that should be alarming, to anybody in any of those positions, and to the superintendent, because that says a lot.
It does.
Can I say something?
Saludos a mi Ruli. Dios te bendiga. Nos vemos mañana a las 2. Marisa, sorry.
Sorry, no, it's okay. Also, I've been hearing of other districts that they ask the input of the teachers for decision making, or little department heads or this, and I don't see anything of that going on here.
Well,
I don't think
let me say something.
it's
We have
very important to include everyone when decisions are being made. This district is too big not to include at least representatives from different departments.
We have offered, as AOB, we have offered our support. We are the only association that has a state and national affiliation. And we have offered our resources. We have offered to bring our support and our advice.
And they don't get it.
They haven't called on us. That's why if you read the memo that we sent out, we are continuously asking for us to participate.
Well, it's again, I'm very, very tired of all the little wonky little surveys that they make out there and they place for the community, because at the end of the day, they're not going to listen. Look, guys, and I'm sorry, and I appreciate everything the AOBs does out there, and I appreciate the surveys that they do within their members. But any surveys that the district puts out in regards to seeing what the will of the community is, they are for naught. Because I'm going to tell you right now, y'all may not want to believe it. They don't listen to surveys. They don't listen to the community. They sure as hell don't listen to the staff, because they don't give a rat's behind about the staff. They don't give a rat's behind about the students. Menos. The only person that they listen to is Sylvia Atkinson. It's the only person that they listen to. And it was very, very adamant, because Sylvia went out there and put up a post. And actually, she had court date on Monday. And she was very, very clear. Sylvia stated, they continuously seek my counsel. And she included the board members, and she included Dr. Rene Gutierrez. They continue to this day to seek my counsel. And actually, there was proof out there, because one of our amazing employees at the district, Miss Perez, went out there and said, the last time that I know that they had communication amongst themselves, board and superintendent, was when? The day that we were out there demonstrating for the safety of our student, the day of the meeting, the day that they voted on the calendar, the day that they voted on the budget, the day that they voted to see what was going to happen for next year, that they were still seeking Sylvia's counsel. And let me tell you, Sylvia is one arrogant individual. And I know exactly what she's doing. And I'll continue to say it. She's throwing them under the bus. And I'm so excited about it, because they all deserve to burn. Burn in hell. Burn in hell. Anyway, So Sylvia goes out there yesterday. She goes, continued blessings. She's on this revival little trip. Now she found Jesus. Now she's starting to sound like Minerva. Oh, Jesus Christ's blood, the blood of Christ, the blood compels you. The blood of Christ compels you. Continued blessings, people of Brownsville. She's trying to be a preacher. That's my job, Sylvia. Continued blessings go out to our superintendent. Shut up. Board leadership and all those in the district responsible for weighing the tough issues at what they had. Well, now, say my name, Sylvia. While criticism and Monday night quarterbacking is expected, maliciously implying, look at all those damn big words. Who understand those damn big words? I sort of don't. Manipulate or maliciously implying that those involved don't care about our staff and our kids is not only irresponsible, but another example of how drama seekers use social media to distort the truth and divide people. What? This coming from the woman who stole money from our children? You stupid woman. Stupid! Sylvia, get back the damn money, Sylvia!
Erasmo, one thing I did want to touch up, and I wanted to get the lady's opinion. As Erasmo previously mentioned, she did have a hearing for her civil removal case in state court. And what was interesting, it also came out in the paper. She came out back-to-back days. What was interesting, besides Pat being questioned, was that they have yet, Sylvia and her team, and even the school district have yet to comply with discovery, meaning the state of Texas has asked Sylvia and BISD to disclose any and all communication and information that Sylvia has had with the board for the past, I don't know if it's a year or since her arrest or whatnot, but the judge set a deadline for July 31st to give this documentation to the state of Texas. What is interesting to me is who's advising the board not to hand over documents. That's against the law. If the state of Texas compels you to provide them information and you don't, you could get in trouble. Now, we do have counsel, which I'm assuming is Baltasar Salazar, probably saying, hey, let's sit tight. Let's wait. We don't have to do nothing. So now we have the deadline of July 31st from the school district. That leads me to believe, ladies, is there something that they're trying to hide? We have elections coming up in November. Sylvia's case is coming up in August. Do you think that there's communication there that could be very damning for the school board members, for the attorney? Because they are not complying with the wishes of the state of Texas for disclosing the information. What is y'all's take on that?
Well, I understand your questioning, and I think that there's some things that I would say an association would be limited in regards to delving into. But I will say something a little bit more general. One of the things that we do know for sure is that our students, they're planning to come back on the 13th for summer strength and conditioning program. Ida, what is AOBE stance on our children coming back onto campus, as well as our coaches and as well as our band directors, our band personnel coming back for the summer strength and conditioning program on the 13th?
No one is, they're not ready for anybody to come back right now. I'll be very honest. And as a parent, if I had my child in those programs, I would not let my child go back until the district fully discloses what safety measures they are going to completely follow. And, I'm sorry about this, that they keep just kicking the can down the road as far as waiting to see what TEA is going to do or not do. It doesn't matter what they do or they don't do. Okay, we need to decide what is best for Brownsville, and we need to move forward. And I believe I read one of the comments there. Rodney made saying something about the teachers don't start planning until August. That's not true. Most people will start planning. Some even start as early as June I'm not saying that they're planning every single day, but they plan when they have time available in between, their weeks and stuff. So they start to organize themselves and plan to what they're going to be doing already in the first 6 weeks. And here we are in July, and they don't know what they're doing.
No clue.
So yeah, they don't start planning in August. They plan way before that.
Micaela, any other comment in regards to the 13th, Micaela?
I do have a concern because getting used to the mask is hard for an adult. Can you imagine for someone who's trying to play a sport or having to march, learning to learn the march for the band? And I've never learned an instrument or anything, but I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be easy to have a mask. And kids, unfortunately, they don't see the seriousness. And we saw it in the video that was posted by a concerned parent. I doubt that it's going to be, I don't think it's a good idea. I really don't. I'm a parent as well, and I would keep my child at home, and I would definitely not send him. And I would encourage others to do the same because, again, the exposure is out there. It's real. Mm-hmm. Are you willing to sacrifice your child's life because you want to comply with the band requirement or athletic requirement? And I also want to mention, coaches' lives matter. Athletic trainers' lives matter. Band directors' lives matter. Every life matters.
And their families' lives matters because they're taking it back home to their family members. Marisa, you have, my niece, a young child out there, Marisa,
10 years old.
What is your, are you concerned about, our students coming back on campus on the 13th?
Very, very concerned. It's out there and you can emphasize it, you can read it, you can see it on the news, and a lot of people are not following policy. I mean, they're not following it. They think it's okay and it's not going to hit me, or, I'm not going to take it back home. It's very concerning. My daughter, she's in Taekwondo and she misses it, but it's no, they say she can come, she can wear, a mask, and it's like, no, how are you going to, spar with a mask? No.
It's always just to answer Lucy's question, yes, we did hear in regards to Los Fresnos starting on the 31st instead of starting on the 11th. So yeah, that's happening for Los Fresnos. I think right now they're trying to decide on which one of the options. Guys, look, padres de familia, lo voy a decir en español. Padres de familia, no hay opciones. No hay opciones. Nadie debiese regresar al campus el 11 de agosto. Todos deben de quedarse en casa y que hagan el trabajo en casa. And I'll say it in English. There are no options for August parents. No options. The only viable option out there is distant learning, packets at home, no one on campus, no teacher on campus, no student on campus at all, at least till January 2021. At least.
Erasmo, very quickly, Cecilio Cavazo says, unfortunately, they will not change to online because they are afraid of losing enrollment. If they go online, some parents may go to charter schools or another option.
Well, so then if you go to charter schools, you're not going to get it there?
Well, I think it's kind of a mute deal. I think what's going to happen here, look, guys, look, folks, we are not in a situation that allá Timbuktu, Texas is in. Timbuktu, Texas has 3 positive cases. Timbuktu, it exists, I promise you. I've seen it. I've been there a couple of times, and I was sober. Guys, Timbuktu, has 3 cases. So over there, open the damn school and have people go on. This is Brownsville, Texas. Brownsville, Texas, our nursing homes are running over. The cup runneth over. And I'm using Bible verses so that Minerva and Sylvia can understand, because they're all of a sudden they're so religious. The cup runneth over in the city of Brownsville because we're packed with Rona. Rona's everywhere. Everywhere. So no, parents. No, don't send your kids back to school. It's a death sentence. If not for your student, for at least for someone in your family, for goodness sakes. It's not an option. And if them out there saying that it is an option is irresponsible. And I'm glad that AOB is taking a stance and wants to keep their personnel safe. Someone has to.
Is the district guaranteeing, disinfecting? Is the district guaranteeing constant cleaning throughout the day, throughout the hours? Because again, we are going to have a large amount of people. It's going to be limited compared to what we're normally used to. But if we can't guarantee having the environment clean, for God's sakes, we have people at the curriculum department, and they're like what, like 10 people at the most, because they're doing skeleton or they're doing remote. Some come, some don't. Imagine when we're full blown back, where it's A or B, or it's gonna be crazy. There's no guarantee that we could give to our community to look them in the face and say, hey guys, when your student comes in, when your wife, when your child comes to work, we can guarantee that it's going to be clean, it's going to be sanitized. There's no way. So it just really bothers me. It's kind of like, well, we'll play it by ear. Again, we need people that are going to make the tough call and say, you know what? It is not a right time to go back. We need to focus on distant learning. That is something that should have happened back in March, back in April, so we could have practiced from then to now to see what works and what doesn't. But again, we have no superintendent he's just whatever the board wants. We don't need that. We need decisive leadership. We need somebody to grab the bull by the horns. But again, ours doesn't have a pair, unfortunately.
Well, when you said grab the bull, and when you were bringing it in that context, I was going like, oh gosh, I hope it doesn't go there. But
keeping it PG.
But again, messing up around here. Yeah, that's for a different show, guys. Yes, Los Veros starting later on and ending at 2 options. 100%. It was Enrique Ramona. My prayers, Ramona. I hope you get to feeling a lot better. I've known Ramona for many, many years. God bless. An asset at the district. Amazing educator. It was Enrique Martinez who lost the sister-in-law. She was my cousin, and I was, Olga, my prayers again. My prayers for Enrique. My prayers for you all, your whole family. Again, guys, it's starting to happen. So look, we have options here, guys. As a community, as a district, we have options. Either we take action now, decisive action now, Ida. Either we take decisive action now, or we continue to line up to bury our community members. That's what it's boiling down to. Or am I completely off my rocker, Ida?
No, you're right on that, and that's why that's one of the message that we sent out today, and we included that in the memo. That how many lives is it going to take to be able to make these decisions? Because one life is too many, and there's no need for us to go there, and it's such a shame, because these people, the decision makers, need to ask themselves if they are doing everything that is possible to save at least one life. And, it doesn't mean that everything comes to a stop. Just like how we wanted to get our message across through the demonstration last week and everything, it was done, but with safety in mind. Safety was first. This is the same thing we have to do now. Okay, follow everything that is possible to put safety first. And that's what we don't see that is going on right now. And we cannot continue to just sit back. We need to all do our part and reach out to people that are part of these decision makers right now, and reach out to them and tell them how we feel. This is not just us making it up. I mean, we stay in touch with our members and how they feel. We even have sent that information to the school board members and to the superintendent, how they feel, and
they don't care.
Back,
and that's really sad, because those are their employees.
Yeah.
No, I want to add, we're not asking for them to stop education or to not be.
No, of course not.
Here, what we're asking is that you keep safety in mind. You can't check the progress of a child through distant learning. You can't check how an employee is working. You can literally log into a BISD computer and see if they're working all day or not. there is ways to monitor an employee, and there is ways to monitor a child.
Well, I hate that that's a factor. I mean, I hate that at this point they're more concerned about are you working my 6 hours that I'm asking you to work? I hate that they're at that point. It's very sad for professionals to be treated that way. I would say, it's very sad that it gets to that point where their biggest concern isn't the safety of our students, the safety of our personnel, but did he not fulfill his 8-hour shift? Did he punch out 1 minute before? It's just dumb. I want to answer, does the superintendent have the authority to implement a distant learning plan right now or begin in August? Let me tell you, the answer is yes. And I'll tell you why. These are very, very different and difficult times. Very different times. So yes, the superintendent does have authority. Look at this, guys. Look at the leadership that we have throughout the whole state of Texas. It's backwards. And let me tell you, back then when Greg Abbott went out and threw out that mandate that, no, face masks aren't important. Let's open the bars. I reached out to our leadership and I said, fight him. Take a stand and say, heck no, we're not going to ease off our restrictions on face masks. We're not going to open the bars. Guys, stand up to him. No one did. And guess what? We suffered for it as a community. We suffered for it. And look at our list. I don't know if the list is out tonight. Look at all the 20-year-olds, the 30-year-olds. Look at the chavorrucos. The ones that are hitting on the 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds. Chavorrucos, get away from the bars, chavorrucos. But look at what we're going through. Just because no one wanted to take a stand against the governor. Take a stand. Let him sue you. Oh, I actually skipped that by hitting the table. Guys, let him sue you. And yes, superintendent and stupid school board, let TA file a complaint and lawsuit against you. You'll win. You will win. Because at the end of the day, Ida, what's most important is the safety of our most precious resource here. Am I wrong?
No, you're correct on that. You are correct. And that's why if the governor doesn't want to make that decision, then we need to make that decision locally and what is best for Brownsville. Are the numbers in? Is that what that is, Frankie?
Yeah, guys. We do have 101 cases. We have confirmed 4 additional deaths, a 56-year-old, 58, an 80-year-old from Brownsville, and a 65-year-old from Fox Hollow, bringing our total to 2611 for Cameron County. And the numbers are, again, how Erasmo stated. They range from, a 1-year-old to, somebody in their 80s. So again, it's not going to go away anytime soon. The medical experts have said this is something that we're going to have to adapt, and that's a key word that keeps resonating with me, because this board is not doing that. They're not adapting to it. They're throwing our kids they're putting our kids to the fire, so to speak. We need to adapt. We need to evolve. That's the way life works. When something throws a curveball, you have to maneuver. You have to dip and dodge. You have to figure out ways to deal with it. You don't just go back head on because this is all we know. We have to get the numbers, because if we go online distant learning, we're not going to get the funds because it's going to be harder to count and get enrollment and things like that. It's about safety. We have to protect our teachers, our staff, and our students, but it's apparent that that's not at the forefront.
Micaela, what do the numbers tell you, Micaela?
That it's getting worse and worse every time. And if you don't know someone that has a virus, you will eventually see someone that's close to you.
Let me ask you, do you agree in regards to standing up to the TEA if needed in regards to our superintendent?
Yes. I was always very passive. I've been part of the AOBE leadership for quite a few years. And it got to the point where my famous phrase now is enough is enough. Every life matter. from the custodian that cleans the classroom, and keep in mind, some of them are asymptomatic. They may be spraying the virus without knowing, yet we're exposing our custodians. We have our cafeteria staff as well, who are feeding our children. We don't know if people are coming in with viruses. Yes, I did work with FNS, and they do have the PPE, and I commend them. They're all awesome. But we have that exposure. Now, we already did it, and I say we because I'm part of BISD. We did it. We closed the year, and we were successful. And keep in mind, no one was ready, but we did it. So if we did it in a short amount of time, I'm pretty sure we're going to do really good in August when we start. And parents, los padres de familia, es mejor sacrificar un poquito para tener sus hijos saludables a tener que verlos en un hospital y eso que no los dejan entrar. Prefiero a mi hijo vivo a tenerlo enfermo.
100%, 100%. It's during the toughest times of your life that you'll get to see the true colors of the people who say they care about you. Jennifer, these words should be on someone's poster. And actually, I might even put them on my poster. And I don't like having a lot of words on posters, but let me tell you, these words are
Look at her hashtag. Remember in November.
These words ring true. And let me tell you, if there's one thing that these sitting board members that are asking to come back, the sitting board members that are there now, they're asking to come back. This should be the words that resonate, and not necessarily through social media. If you don't feel that you can do that, but they should resonate in the voters box, in the voters booth. You should let them know that you went through this and you felt their ire, you felt their hate, el desprecio de ellos. Do any of these people stating they were running for board supporters of people on the board now? We need to know who they are. Well, let me tell you, if anyone's asking me in regards to do I have any friendships on this board, I can promise you that probably not. I mean, if anyone there has any doubt whatsoever, what I think of Minerva Peña, should I say it one more time? She is stupid. Stupid. Never have I known in my life a more stupid woman. Stupid. And I've already made mention in regards to flip-flopping, Philip. Philip, I love you to death, but flip-flopping is no bueno. I've already talked about little Eddie. Little Eddie.
I want to be a board member for real, not an appointed one by a corrupt board. So I want to be a real board member. It's my dream. Instead of being, I want to be a real boy. I want to be a real board member. I want to be a real board member, Erasmo. That's what I want to do. I want to be a real board member.
Get elected, bro. Run against me, idiot. So I have absolutely no ties with these people. They did their best with Sylvia's help to try and destroy me in regards to filing false police reports. Y el estúpido de Charlie Atkinson and la estúpida Mary Tolman are still out there posting their crap. So I have no ties to these people. These people tried to destroy my life. Laura también. Laura was a part of all that crap. So I'm sorry. No, none. No apego. But I'm speaking for myself. I don't know if Marisa has any friendships on there or any of my best buddies out there. That's for her to answer. But if that question was for me, absolutely, positively, zippo. What percent of kids do you guys think will go back to school? That's very simple. I think maybe 20%. Ida?
I was going to say around 20% as well. I think it's going to be very low. It also probably will depend on this coming month and the numbers that we're going to be looking at. So it can be even lower than that.
And I'm afraid that it's going to be higher, and I'll tell you why. The school district has basically sometimes been seen as a daycare for the working parent.
Sure.
And they feel safe going to work knowing that their children are safe at school. So I'm afraid that for those parents that have no other choice, they're going to send their children to school.
I agree with you.
And we understand that for those parents. And that is why the district needs to start planning on what safety procedures are going to be in place for all staff, because everybody's going to be at risk. And for the students, if they walk through those doors. So, and we're running out of time of debating this back and forth as to what we're going to do and this and that. And right now, well, they're enclosed because they're on vacation. So some people don't get to take vacation. I haven't had a day off because of all of these issues and trying to address and hear out the concerns of our members. So, I mean, this is a time like none of us have ever experienced before.
No.
And I think, we need to step up to the plate. Everybody needs to do what is the best for safety reasons right now.
100%. Why are they opening, Martin? Yes, they're going to open July 13th. Was it next week? I don't have my iWatch on me today. I left it at home. But July 13th, 10 days away, 11 days away? They're going to have our athletes out there, Martin. They haven't learned their lesson. They have not learned their lesson. It's embarrassing. TA isn't going to help anyone. They're not. They don't understand our situation, guys. See, that's part of the problem. They're not living the situation. Neither is Greg up there in Austin. That's why, he had to retract. He had to retract on the bars. Now he had to retract on the face mask. Guys, anybody out there, do you want to put your child's or your grandparents' life on the line based on these individuals who are going to give a recommendation or a mandate one day and then take it back the next? Are you willing to take that gamble? Really? Anyone? No pigskin. No football until January. Is it because of the money? It's always because of the money, Martin. If people don't have children in BISD schools, they should not run. They won't be there for our kids. Well, I think there's only one individual out there that has probably never stepped foot in a public school that has already announced that they're going to run. And let me tell you, and I've been very clear in regards to my position. So again, anyone and everyone out there, I will run against an incumbent. And the only incumbents that I have heard that are going to run are Laura Perez Reyes, Flip-Flopping Phillip, and La Pingüina de la Minerva. So those are the three seats. Sylvia, she's going to fry, she's going to go to jail, or she's going to get a sentence. If she flip-flops on the other idiots, then then she might get a better deal. But Sylvia's not coming back. So Sylvia, as much as you may say that you are voluntarily not coming to BISD, it's a lie. People know it. You're full of crap. You were told not to go by the judge because they didn't want you anywhere close to the victim. The district, the community. Imbecile.
Erasmo and ladies, is it going to come down to, I think Erasmo previously spoke about it, of signing a waiver? Because, again, there is possible litigation if the student contracts the virus, either takes it home, abuelito, if they get it. What are the possibilities of this happening? Is that what the district, do you anticipate the district doing that, having the parents sign waivers?
I think so. I think that they're going to try to protect themselves that way. But who knows? Because,
I know I won't sign it.
You would?
I won't sign it. And my husband's a teacher, and I don't think he would sign it either.
Well, again, it would be madness for anyone out there to sign a waiver saying, you know what, I give up the right, to hold you accountable for any action perpetrated against myself when, the signs were there. And look, guys, we're not making these signs up. We're not making the numbers up. They're very, very, very documented, and the trends are there. And trends are very, very telling. We are not in a good spot. And you know what really ticks me off, though? What really ticks me off is that we're not getting clear numbers from our county. And that makes individuals feel complacent, makes them feel like, nothing's wrong. And it continues to foment in the minds of weak individuals that this is a hoax, that this is going to disappear in three weeks. And that is very, very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous to have individuals still out there thinking that this is just everyone is going to get it. Everyone, is going to cover it. No, so they can get paid. Yes. What about the STAR testing teachers? They should be testing stipend, extra accountability, extra meetings, extra trainings, additional walk. Look at guys, you know, and I posted up you know, an article out there today in regards to Seguin Independent School District. Seguin Independent School District Superintendent, you know, actually called out TA.
Yeah.
You know, did y'all see that, girl, Ida? Or
I didn't see that.
No, I haven't seen it.
called out TA. Said, you know what, TA? Screw you and your testing. Stop all this STARS testing. Flip flopping Philip. Stop all this testing. And you know what? I'm impressed. They have a superintendent that is proactive, that is going to go out there and put himself on the line and say, this is my name, this is my district, we are against it. Stop doing what you're doing to us. Because on top of having to deal with coronavirus, on top of all this, then we have to deal with stupidity from our leadership.
And we're actually doing that at the state level as well. We are putting pressure on them about the ridiculous idea of actually start testing this coming year. So, I mean, it could be, it's the worst time to even think that they're considering that. But of course, that's what they will do at the state level.
Again, look, guys, at the end of the day, I think everyone, you know, we're just concerned. We're concerned. We're saddened. And, you know, it's just been a very, very stressful day. I do want to thank you so much for my Komori employees. Thank you for my Komori employees for making me my food very nicely. And I love y'all guys. I love my Komori staff very much. I want to thank them in Sabine Salon. Sabine Salon, they cut my hair. They're out there helping me continue to look handsome and totally not fat. Sabine Salon out on Boca Chica, please. And I also want to, you know, thank.
For the promotion.
I know.
Hey guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Really, I mean, people like me.
Hey, I have some shout outs too. I need to say a shout out to Linda, my bestie, and also to Robert from Lopez High School.
Okay. Guys,
Thank you, BISD.
It'll be Inc.
Wait. This is my show. Hey, guys, an amazing book. This is going to be my 4th of July book. And Frankie, I have your copy here, Frankie.
I know.
It's a superhero by force.
Thank you, Joe.
And this is from Joe Rodriguez. This guy can write.
Thank you, man.
Talented. And look, this is going to be my book for this weekend. And I'll give Frankie his copy tomorrow. Thank you, Joe, man. You're very, very talented. Guys, I think one of the other things, again, you know, our numbers are very, very bad. They're not good at all. You know, we have individuals coming out positive from House Hollow, Valley Grande Manor. I said Valley Grande Manor is what I said out there. Valley Grande Manor, they're out there suffering as well. It's just not good. I'm sorry, but we plan all year long. Yes, you do. And Rodney is just trying to be facetious, guys. I know, Rodney. What about our special needs students? How are they going to be able to keep up the mask? Well, see, that's the other concern, Chris. It seems that no one has even taken into account, into consideration. And it's something that we've been calling out. And if you've been on here regularly, Chris, you know that we've been calling it out constantly. No one is thinking about our special needs kids. No one. I mean, in all the models that I've seen so far, and they may be having these private conversations that they say, yeah, we're discussing it. But you know what? That doesn't put any it doesn't put them at ease, our parents of our special needs students, you know, that they're having conversations doesn't put them at ease because they've seen how this board member has neglected our special needs students and our special needs instructors and educators and personnel. It's just horrible. So yeah, I agree with you, Chris. They need to have some type of deal going in regards. Please answer. 5 of y'all answer my question. Is it so they can get paid? The answer is yes, Martin. And I think I've answered it regularly. It's all about, look, man, it's all about the money. And I know there's some things that Micaela and Ida, will opt not to respond to. But I'll tell you, and and I understand the situation. It's a little bit different situation. With me, it's just just me. Guys, it's always about the money. Sylvia, the only reason Sylvia sleeps, breathes, eats BISD is because of the $600 million a year budget. That's the only reason. Sylvia, I don't care that she found Jesus and oh God, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I don't care what she writes on social media. That woman is evil, devious. And let me tell you, she was in everything. So yes, Sylvia, and I know you're watching, Sylvia, and I know you're, all that hate and all that misinformation. Shut up, you stupid cow. And no offense to cows out there. Please forgive me, cows. Guys, give back the money, you stupid thief. Give back the millions that you stole. But you know what, Sylvia? You're not only going to be held accountable for the money that you stole from BISD, you rata imbécil. Que pase la desgraciada. You're not only going to be responsible for the money that you stole from BISD, but you're also going to be responsible for the money you stole from Rio Hondo, you stole from Socorro, you stole from Los Fresnos, because you're a rata. But you know what, Sylvia? You'll make my day. You'll make me very, very happy, Sylvia, if you take La Willy Wonka that drew down the gutter with you. Because let me tell you, if there's one person on that board that's the biggest disappointment to my staff, is La Willy Wonka Drew. Willy Wonka Racista Drew. That's the one that's the biggest disappointment. You know why, guys? Because all y'all teachers, all y'all counselors, all y'all office staff, y'all believed in her. Y'all believed in her. Y'all thought that, Drew is one of us. Let's vote for Drew. 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 She's going to care about us. She knows the situation that we were in. And you voted for you, and you got screwed by Willy Wonka Drew. And she even said it at the meeting. Am I lying, anyone? She said at the meeting, me and Prissy, we still got 2 years anyway, so screw them.
Yep.
That's what she said. We got 2 years here, so we don't care. Boom! Cut the pay of the teachers down. Not a single word about our diagnosticians, librarians, everybody else. They don't care. They don't care. They only care about putting money into vendors' pocket. And let me tell you, guys, our time is almost up, and I'm sorry that I took up a lot of the time. But I will say there's an amazing article. There's an amazing article on my page written by Juan Montoya. Juan Montoya, a great blogger. And Juan Montoya is out there, talking about how Prissy Roca Tipton, the Phoenix doctorate degree, I don't know how much she paid for it, because there's nothing in between her ears. But Prissy La Roca Tipton, how she tried to get vendors into TSC. And you know who she learned that from? Anyone want to take a guess? Anyone? Sylvia! Stop teaching them las mañas, Sylvia! Sylvia! So read it, and we'll talk about it tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. We're gonna have a good show. I think tomorrow we'll have Dr. James Wittenberg here with us tomorrow. Dr. James Wittenberg will be with us tomorrow. I'm hoping, and, we'll focus a little bit on mental health, and talk about what we're going through in regards to society. So please be on here tomorrow at 9 in the morning. And guys, please, I already ate the cookie that I had here, but please pick up the damn cookies. I still have cookies.
They're good.
They're good cookies. Come pick up some of my damn cookies. Chinteras. I had them here somewhere. I think I ate the last one that I had. No, we still have a box of cookies. Cookies. Delicious. They're delicious cookies. And come break down with some cash. And if you don't want to come down because of the Rona, I understand that. Just send me your money via Cash App, via Venmo, something
And
other.
then you PS them out.
Erasmo, don't sound like Sylvia.
No, I'm not asking money from vendors. I'm asking money from my friends and family. Break down with the cash, bros. And if any pack out there that we know what's but send money my way. Send me a check if you want to. I don't care. But buy my damn cookies. Ida, any last words for our rest tonight?
Just ask everybody to ask yourself what you can do to make a difference here right now. If the decision makers can't, put safety procedures into place for now, we need to each be trying to do our own part until we hold them accountable into making the right decisions for everyone. But if we can all just continue to try to do our part in being safe out there, it's not about you. It's also about everybody else and their compromised health issues that they might have that we're not aware of. So let's try to be considerate of one another and help each other out.
Thank you, Michaela.
These are numbers that BISD employees and BISD employee families need to write down. The HR phone number is 956-548-8051. Employee benefits 956-548-8061. And for AOBE, 956-621-3010. AOBE reached out to NEA benefits and they were going to communicate with our member. We do have life insurance that is offered through our membership. So these are important numbers for you and your family. So write them down, keep them handy, just in case. Reach out to Erasmo and he'll reach out to us. Stay safe.
Thank you, Michaela. Marisa, any last words, any comments? Your friendship words or anything?
Please wear your mask. Please have a safe 4th of July with your family at home. I humbly seek your help and support for this coming November. If you have any questions, please ask. My Facebook page is Marisa F. Leal for BISD Trustee 2020. Thank you, Erasmo and Frankie, for having me on and for this opportunity.
Yeah, and again, reach out to anyone out there. And I know there's some questions in regards to your friendships on the board, Marisa. So, you could speak about that as well. If I knew,
I know some of them on the board, but I'm running because I believe that so much more needs to be done for the employees and the students. So I hope they don't take it personal because I want one of those seats, and I know every single person in that's taking up a seat right now.
So would you agree? Would you agree, Marisa, that the school board needs to change? It needs new folk on there.
Yes, definitely. And like I said, once again, it needs to change, and we need it to happen in November, and we need everybody to come out and vote. And once again, I hope that whatever seat we get, I hope that person does not take it personal. It's just it's time, and
it's not personal. It's politics, guys. And let me tell you. A couple of us are just a lot better at politics than others. If I knew my school would be cleaned properly on a regular basis, I would be so much more comfortable. But for the last 9 years, I've been struggling to even get my room swept, much less mopped and deep cleaned. Nombe, chet up. Nombe, chet up. And I also want to thank Marcos. Marcos has now become my sticker man. And he made these amazing stickers, these Nombe, chet up stickers, and I already have mine on the car. I love it.
Also, shout out to Jesse Garcia, veterans band boosters. Thank you.
If I may, Erasmo, on that person that made that comment about having the rooms cleaned and all that, that's not putting fault on the custodians. They've had to also downsize and cover more square footage of cleaning. So, these are the types of things that need to be addressed at the district. I'm not saying that he was trying to blame the custodians on that, but these are important things that we need to look at, at the district and with the decision makers on that.
And I agree. And I think he was just speaking in hyperbole, making an assumption. Hey, guys, it's hard enough to get our classrooms cleaned up, basically. Do you really think that they're going to go be doing deep clean? And look, guys, it's a concern that everybody has, because look, you're going to set, and I made the chart in the morning, and I promised I was going to make a better one tonight, but of course, it's just my day was kind of filled up. But look, guys, you got one teacher here, and you got 22 students in the classroom, okay? So they're going to stay there, guys, right? In the classroom. And they're going to stay there all day. And then at the end of the day, they're going home. They're going home. Okay. So you got these one teacher, the teacher's the thumb, and these are the students. Okay? And they're right here. Oh, they come to class. We're in class right here, right? Well, all of a sudden, this guy gets a coronavirus. So this guy gives coronavirus to all these guys here. And now all these guys have coronavirus because of this guy. So they all got coronavirus right here. So what's going to happen at the end of the school day, guys? I'll tell you, this is going to happen. And they're going to go home. And what's going to happen? Those 22 students and that one teacher are going to go home and infect their whole families. That's what's going to happen. And then they're going to have to quarantine. And then they're going to have to be away for 2 weeks anyway. So let's cut the middleman, guys. Let's cut the middleman. Cut it. And let's just keep them at home. At least till January 2021. Frankie, last words?
I thought you were going to go, this little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. Thank you once again to our ladies. On the show tonight. It's always good to hear from our union and from Marisa, a candidate who wishes to bring about change. It's very important for the community to listen to individuals who are actively taking a part, such as AOBE, and one individual that wants to bring about change that we so desperately need. Guys, the numbers are just rising. This is only getting bad to worse very quickly. Our public health officials have stated that we are in a crisis, and I am confident that they're not saying this lightly. They're not saying to scare the public, but that's the reality that we're living with. And one word that I want to stress so much is adapt. In life, we have to adapt. Every day is a different day. Just because something happened yesterday doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. So what we knew of our previous life is going to be totally different of what we're going to encounter today and tomorrow and the days to come. This is our new reality from here until we get a vaccine. If we expect to throw our kids into the fire and send them back to school, we're going to get an even higher infection rate than we do now. Again, we need decisive leadership, and we need it now. We need somebody, because obviously our superintendent isn't doing what is best for us. So we need somebody with a backbone. We need somebody to tell them, hey, you're doing this all wrong, and let me tell you how you should do it. I'm not in favor of micromanaging. I've never been a fan of micromanaging, but I am in favor of bringing it up to somebody's attention when they're screwing up. And that is what our superintendent is doing. He's screwing up our potential risk of possibly contracting the virus. There's people here that say, "Oh, why would you sign a waiver? There's no way that you can know that if you got it at home." But true. But let's not give the virus that opportunity to catch us at the brick and mortar schools. So, in my opinion, this school board, this superintendent has got it all wrong since March. We should have started distant learning back then, figured out what works, what doesn't, so we could be ready come July, come August or September. But now we are doing a disservice to our teachers and to our students, especially to our students, because we expect them to go back when it's not right. So again, thank you so much for your patience, guys. I am very confident that we will find individuals worthy enough after we vet them, after we hear their platform, that are going to let us know that, hey, with me, that stuff's not going to happen. I'm going to make sure that everything that gets done is done for the betterment of our community. And I know, and I'm confident that we'll be finding those individuals. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been amazing. It's been a crazy week for myself. I'm excited for the weekend, even though I don't have a life. I don't do nothing no more. But I guess it's going to be Friday. So thank you so much for your patience, guys. You guys are awesome.
Shout out to Minnie, watching us for the first time. I love you too. Thank you for watching. I want to answer some of these questions real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry to keep you a little bit longer. How are students from Matamoros going to cross in Homeland Security has already stated non-residents, U.S. citizens can cross district, will lose students. This is an amazing question. An amazing question. That is why the only option for our students that are coming in from Matamoros, and let me tell you, there's quite a bit of students that are actually coming in from Matamoros. The only viable option out there is to have our students stay in Matamoros and distant learning, because it doesn't matter where they are, they can distant learn. They can distant learn, and I'm sorry, that's just what we're going to be facing. It's very, very true, and it's a very, very good question. One of the things that I was at, and this is what I find very impressive, and I'm sorry, guys, I'm going to keep you for a little bit longer. That's why I find very impressive. This week, I got interviewed by some of the college students out there, and this is one of their look at this, and I'm very impressed, Lucy. This is one of the young kids' number one questions. How are my colleagues going to do it in regards to crossing the bridge? And my answer was, guys, we're going to work with Homeland Security. We're going to work with individuals, even if you work with individuals up in Washington. But right now, the best option for everyone, and for it to be a fair process, the best option for everyone is to work at home. Let me finish out. It's not like the end of the year where students just received review. This is the day one learning. There needs to be some kind of direct instruction, not just packets of review. 100%, Lolo, 100%. But that's why we've been saying for the longest time, guys, start preparing yesterday, or 2 months ago. You know what these guys did? They dilly-dally. They pitter-patter. They lickety-split or something other like that. I can't remember all those other little sayings. Hoopily-boopily, something. Or Michael Bublé or something. I don't know. Something. Erasmo, nomás se están agachando para darle mordida a las... No, I was actually eating my Kumori San Francisco roll.
Who's that? Chew? What?
Sylvia! Chupa. I almost said it. Coach, Superintendent, you have been making so many bad calls. Don't screw this one up. Let me tell you, we shouldn't even be asking the superintendent. We should be asking Sylvia, because she's playing them like a damn top, like a puppet, like a puppet. Get ready for lawsuits. Parents are going to end up blaming teachers when they're little ones. Don't they do it now? Hey, you said that my angelito and my angelito. Parents, they're not angelitos. They're angelitos del diablo, some of them. I mean, you know what you have at home. Don't be blaming teachers because los angelitos del diablo. Ya voy a ponchar las llantas al superintendent.
Don't say that.
Alex Fernández, lo echaré al aire. The coach. He is more worried about us clocking hours. We are professionals, certified. Some of us have multiple degrees. We deserve some F asterisks. Respect. What is F asterisk? I don't know. If the masks work, why would everyone stay closed? Everything stay closed. They don't work. Both A, Junior and Junior did nothing to stop the governor. Nothing! Not one of our state representatives. Not one of our state senators. We only have one, right? None of those people did anything. You're so right, Mike. Flip-flopping. Flip-flop Greg Abbott. Now, see, this is the hypocrisy that we have to live with. You know? Now they want to wear masks. Now they want us to close bars. Idiots, stupids, dummies, tontos, necios, perros, marranos. And I'm insulting all the farm animals I can think of. I think TEA already said that we would let attendance count. Yes. They already said it. It's not an issue. Doesn't matter. Make the right choice, Los Fresnos and superintendent from Brownsville. Make the right choice. August the 11th begins with distant learning, period. I don't have any more spit. Sylvia Rata de dos patas, inmunda, like la telenovela. Vicente Alfonso, te odiamos, Silvia Atkinson Pérez Reyes, marrana. I love how all your guests keep a straight face when you get animated. They try, but they have been very successful. I can see you breaking up. Can you send those to us? The phone numbers you mentioned? Yes, please, Micaela. Send those.
I'll give you the numbers.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, and God bless. Marco Bendiciones. Not politics. It's not personal. It's business. It's a business community. Have safety for everyone in the business. Corruption has to end. 100%. Amen.
Good night, guys.
No brick and mortar yet. Wait, we haven't finished yet. Yeah, either BISD If you're going to make your kids, accept a minute. We need to start another protest rally. Yes. Preach, preach. Applause, applause. That was for me. Thank you. They micromanage employees. That's why they don't want. This it's true. They're so used to micromanage. And
Yeah, there's a curfew.
Huh?
There's a curfew.
Oh, I still got time. I still got a little bit of time. Sorry. Is Frankie running for anything? Frankie?
Running the mile.
I don't think you can even do that anymore. Sorry, but that is shame on the teacher for not saying anything, and shame on the custodian and the administration. That is management issues, not just the higher ups. Yeah, I think again, I don't think Barron was trying to be like hitting on the couch. He was making a colorful example. You know, it's like saying, you know, ¿cómo estará mi casa si mi oficina, mi carro está hecho un despapalle? And you know, the truth is that it's not, but it's an example. Unless you come to my office and see this papaya that's in there. Now, me too, exactly. That's been my experience at my campus, 100%. Love you. And what about the pregnant teachers? I'm glad you touched this, Marco. This is very important. I think I just posted an article, a CNN thing made mention in regards to the danger that a lot of our, pregnant mothers, and, and I'm sorry, I'm taking more time. I don't care. Sorry, guys. I apologize. But this is very serious, guys. We lost a 21-year-old after giving birth here in the city of Brownsville. So this is a very, very serious issue. Not only for our pregnant teachers, but for our pregnant students as well. It's a very, very serious issue. Very serious issue. I'm almost done. So much judgment. Are you a teacher? No, I didn't think so. Me? I used to be a teacher. I know you were referring to somebody else. It's not judgment. I speak from experience. I'm an educator, 17 years with BISD. I love you, Lolo. Lolo. Don't mess with my Lolo. And what about the pregnant teachers? How do you answer that? My concern, what I'm saying is, guys, we have to take everyone into consideration. You said shame on the teacher. That's judging. I was brought up with the concern of an administrator. Erasmo, yeah, it's 2025. I love you all so much. Thank you, guys. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning with Dr. Wittenberg. And we're going to go over some very important stuff tomorrow. Love y'all. Take care of each other, but please take care of me.